Converting a first-time client into a lifelong customer is the ultimate goal for any small business. But it's not just about landing that initial sale. It's about nurturing this relationship that's going to last over time. And long-term clients bring a lot of stability, they require less marketing effort, and really they become your brand's biggest advocate. They really will become the cheerleaders for your brand. I know this because I've been in business for 23 years now, and most of my clients still come from current clients. So they really can be your biggest cheerleader. And client churn, on the other hand, can really leave you feeling stuck. You get into this frustrating cycle of constantly chasing that new sale instead of really focusing on building that sustainable growth. So if you want to turn every client interaction into repeat revenue and referrals, you need a solid strategy. And that is exactly what I'm going to share with you today. Hello and welcome to another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. I'm your host, Jennie Lyon, and today I want to talk about the 7 steps that you can put into place in your business today that will turn those first-time clients into lifelong customers. So let's jump right on into it. Okay, so today I really want to dig into those 7 steps and really dig into how can you nurture and grow your current client relationships. And I have a brand new free resource for you. We just launched it, so it will definitely be that first step in really ensuring that your client onboarding kicks off really nicely. All right. So step number 1 is you have to start with a stellar first impression. You know, that saying, right? You never get a second chance to make a first impression. So make it count, especially when it comes to your client onboarding. So whether it's that first interaction with your website, your social media, your customer service team, or that first step in the client onboarding experience, you want to make sure that it is perfect. So you want to start by really polishing that onboarding process. So you want to welcome new clients with a very easy to follow process. And you can do that through automated email sequences. You can personalize thank you notes. You can even have a very simple quick start guide. Anything that you can do to make them feel valued from the start. But the key here is clarity, right? You have to make sure that you're clearly communicating how your product or your service is going to meet that specific need that they're looking to fill. So you want to make sure that you don't have anything that's misaligned here, because this is where we see a lot of frustration. You know, clients will come back, and if they feel like that onboarding experience is overwhelming or it's not clear, then that leads to frustration, which sometimes can make them say, never mind, I don't even want to do this. So you want to make sure that that is definitely very clear in that onboarding process. So here's a pro tip. When it comes to those first impressions, it's not just about looking professional. It's really about making your client feel seen, heard, and appreciated from day one. And here's where our free 5-star client onboarding worksheet and checklist will come into play. You can grab it at jennielyon.com/client onboarding to get started. And if you want to dig even deeper into your onboarding, or maybe you don't have an onboarding experience laid out for your clients at this time, we also have a brand new client onboarding strategy and workbook. It is very detailed. It includes every single thing that you could possibly need for your client onboarding, at least to get that whole experience mapped out. And we're offering it for $9. If you're interested, you can grab that at jennielyon.com/onboarding strategy. Okay, step number 2 is personalization. You know, we talk about personalization a lot. I feel like every year that I do this business, becoming more personalized is really key. You know, that's what people are looking for, and it's really the key to loyalty. And customers really do expect you to know them and to cater to their individual needs. So that's why personalization isn't just nice. it's non-negotiable. So whether that is through your email sequencing, your CRM tools, whatever that is, make sure that everything that you send out is personalized to that person. So, for example, we just sent out an email to some clients where we were showing them sneak peeks into some of the new products and services that we offer. And that is really important for them to know about. They already work with us, so we want them to see, hey, this is what we have coming up. And we also are asking them for their feedback. They're valued customers, and we want to know, what do they think of it? So it shows that we're listening to what our clients are asking for by offering new products or services, but we're also bringing them into the creation process. We want to see, what do you think of it? How does that land? What preferences do you have that we can incorporate? So here's another pro tip. When your clients feel like they are much more than just a transaction, you're going to see that they are much more likely to stick around for the long term. Okay, number 3 is to build trust through consistency. So trust, of course, is that foundation of any lasting relationship. And one way that you can build trust is to keep your promises. So whatever that is, if you promised a 2-day delivery on a project, make sure that it's delivered within 2 days or less, right? Because being reliable really speaks volumes, especially in this day and age. I feel like we see a lot of people skipping the being reliable. They really do take for granted, that the clients will just be there. And I really feel like maintaining excellence is really important. So whether that's your product quality, your customer service, even your own communication, you want to ensure that that really reflects your high standards. And be transparent. You can regularly update clients on what's going on with their order or what product or service that you're working on for them, whatever that is. Things pop up. So if something pops up and you're not able to meet that 2-day delivery that you promised, that's okay. Just go back to them and explain the situation. They'll understand. What they won't understand is if that day 2 goes by and they don't hear from you until day 3 or day 4. A pro tip here is that trust is not built overnight. It's definitely earned through every interaction that you have. So you want to keep showing up for your clients, and they will keep showing up and coming back to you for more. Okay, step number 4 is one of my favorites. Reward your loyal clients in a generous way. So a little bit of gratitude goes a very long way. And it's really easy to show your loyal customers how much you value them. You can do that through a lot of different ways. It doesn't have to be complicated. You could offer them an exclusive perk or a discount or even just a simple surprise. So we do this through a lot of different ways with our clients. We've created VIP experiences where we've offered early access to new products or services. We've invited them to exclusive virtual events. We've given them different types of priority customer support. So if they're a client, their requests kind of get bumped up to the top of the list. And we also do a lot of fun surprises, whether that's a special discount for their birthday or maybe just a little surprise gift in the mail, anything that we can do to really make them feel like we love them, because we do. So here's a pro tip when it comes to that. Loyalty is really a two-way street. We definitely want to show our customers how much we appreciate them. And a lot of times we'll see that returned by them sending us referrals. Number 5 is to leverage a follow-up campaign. This one is huge. You don't want to let your relationships end after the first sale. We see this a lot where we have a lot of clients, especially new clients that come on, where we ask about what's your follow-up strategy? How do you interact with customers after that initial purchase? And I can't tell you how many times that clients will tell us, well, they're on our email list. We want to be much more strategic about our follow-up campaigns. We want to ensure that they're nurturing your clients or your customers and they're bringing them back to you over and over again. And you can do that a lot of different ways. We do that a lot of times with post-purchase emails where we'll send a thank you email that has product tips or special offers off the next purchase. So I have a client that I just set this up for the other day, where when someone buys a particular product, they get put into a nurture sequence that recommends other products that would go really well with the first product that they purchased. It can also be done when we have a client that we work with who owns a flower company. So we have campaigns set up so that when someone orders flowers for a birthday or anniversary, they get not only a thank you, but they also get reminded next year in plenty of time to order their flowers for the birthday or the anniversary. Another thing you can do is retargeting ads. So you can use ads to re-engage clients who have interacted with your website, but maybe they didn't purchase. There's a lot of things that can be done with ads to retarget people who have been either interested in your product or service and purchased it already, or they poked around on your website but haven't made that initial purchase yet. And of course, you always want to consider any type of thoughtful upselling, whether it's an order bump, it's a tripwire, it's a cross sell, a downsell, anything that we can do to recommend more products or services to them that complement what they've already purchased. We just want to help them even more and provide more value. So a pro tip here is to stay in touch. This really shows your clients that you value their business, and it keeps your brand top of mind. So you have no idea how much a follow-up campaign can really help your business. But if it's something that I'm not quite sure, what would I even put in a follow-up campaign? Well, we do have another brand new strategy and workbook. We've been busy this year. So it's a high converting follow-up sequence and strategy. So this one is perfect if you've talked to someone. So maybe it's a client or a customer, but they haven't quite converted. This high converting follow-up sequence and strategy includes everything that you need to get them to come back and say yes. And it includes customizable swipe files. So you don't even have to guess what to say in the emails. We've done the heavy lifting for you. And you can grab those at jennielyon.com/follow up. Okay, number 6 is to build a community around your brand. We're seeing this more and more and more. I feel like everything is really community-based now, much more than ever before, especially with communities like TikTok. It's definitely a community, and that's what people see it as. So we want to really create this sense of belonging. That can really turn customers into loyal customers. Those are where we see a lot of people popping up promoting other people's brands. So you can do that by engaging on social media. We do that a lot of times by sharing success stories. We do Q&A sessions, anything that we can do to really build and nurture that connection. We also offer a lot of value-based sales. So this is where we do like educational content, behind the scenes, peaks, anything like that to get them engaged. And then we do a lot of events and webinars. These really create opportunity to connect with your audience directly. So that's great for online. It's a great way to connect with people. Someone like me who's been working, in my home office for, 23 years. I love webinars or virtual events because it's one of the only times that I get to talk to potential customers face to face. But a pro tip here is a strong community really transforms customers more into like ambassadors, right? And they become these champions of your brand, and they will share your brand, your business, your product, your service with their networks, which is what we would all absolutely love to happen. Okay, step 7 is to focus on relationships. Don't just focus on the sales. I know that's hard. I know it's really easy to prioritize immediate sales, but long-term relationships are where the real magic happens in your business. And I see this over and over again because in these, 20 plus years in business, I still have a lot of clients that I got in my first year of business. So imagine that, 23 years of repeat business. And be honest, that is something that I've found really well, especially talking to clients. If a client comes to me and says, I want to do X, but it isn't the right fit for their business, we let them know. We feel like integrity really builds that trust that we want. And we always seek feedback. We're always asking for feedback from our customers, our clients. Not only are we asking for it, we're looking at it and thinking, how can we implement that? And we stay in touch, right? So whether that's through handwritten notes, which I love to send, personalized emails or newsletters, whatever we can do to really maintain that connection. So again, remember, relationships built on trust and transparency are really going to lead to that sustainable growth and that lasting loyalty that you're looking for. So if you haven't implemented any of these steps, please start implementing them into your business, because you're really going to see that those first time customers become lifelong customers. And I can tell you that from my own business, because 23 years feels like a lifetime. And to be honest, it is. My son just turned 23. Actually, he's turning 24 in May. So if you're ready to take that client process that you have in place into more of this 5-star client experience, then you can start with that free 5-star client experience checklist. That will get you started in wowing your customers. And again, you can grab that at jennielyon.com/client onboarding. And if you want to dig deeper, check out our other resources. We have a lot of new ones that we've been putting up on the website. We have a lot of new products and services in our shop that will really support you in growing your business, whether it's through your 5-star client onboarding process or any other area of your business. That's what I have for you this week. I hope that you take a moment, sit down, go through these 7 steps, and think, which ones of these am I missing in my business? How can I implement them to really ensure that these first-time customers aren't just first-time customers? They become those lifelong customers and really your best partners in your business. All right, well, I will see you next time on another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. And of course, if you need help at any time, please schedule a marketing call with one of my team members at jennielyon.com/chat. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.